Good day, my name is Martin Elsner. I'm from Omniflex and I'd like to show you how to unbrick a T2C CPU, which is a fourth programmable CPU, and a common error is to write an erroneous program that is configured to automatically start when the CPU powers up or when it has a software reset. In that case, one can get an endless cycle of program restart and one is actually able to access the unit. This is what we call bricking a CPU. In order to clear the memory in this unit, we have to get inside it and corrupt one of the chips, which I'll show you how to do now. To do this, we have to get inside. We use a star screwdriver to undo the screw here, and we'll use a flat screwdriver to remove an IC. Let's start by removing the screw. Take the vent off, that comes first. Then comes the door. Open the door and put some upward pressure on the LED cover to push the door down, and remove the post at the top of the door. Then comes the LED cover, widen the side of the housing, lifting the top of the cover like that. And we can remove the housing. And the chip that we need to remove is this EEPROM over here. The fourth program is stored in this chip over here, and this needs to be left inside so that it can be corrupted. We're going to remove this chip now with a flat screwdriver. We gently get in underneath the chip, taking care not to remove the socket holder, the chip holder, socket itself. So you want to go in between the chip and the socket, lift it out, take a look, make sure that the pins of the EEPROM are all intact, and we're going to close it up, put it back in its housing using the guide rails, and I'm going to bring in MaxiFlex base, plug the CPU into the CPU slot, apply power, and we'll watch a little Christmas tree action going on here for a few seconds. I typically wait about 10 seconds or so, let this take place, and in this process the E2 memory is being corrupted and destroyed. I think we've had long enough. Okay, I'm going to remove the unit. Now we can put the EEPROM back in. Now when we put it back in, just make sure we have the orientation of the chip correctly. You'll see the little notch in the EEPROM that marries to the notch that you see on the silkscreen overlay and the socket itself. Put in one row first, so give it a little wriggle, and gently push in to get the legs in, put that in there, give it an inspection, make sure it's happy. LED cover back on. You might want to check that your CPU is accessible before you put everything back on, but for the purposes of this demonstration I'm going to wrap up the CPU, push the post back in. Notice the vent goes into the back first and then on top. Go, and the CPU is done. Thank you very much.